freedom to roam travel. So, back in October, I sailed on the Carnival Glory, and I have yet to do a review of the ship. Now, I did go ahead and put up some videos of the cruise, some cruise vlogs, so you can definitely check those out right here on my channel. But I had not done a review yet, so I wanted to get on and tell you guys a little bit about what I thought of the ship, and go over a few of the things that I liked, and a couple things that I didn't like. Now, normally you have the good, the bad, and the ugly. Today I'm not doing the good, the bad, the ugly, because there really wasn't any ugly. What I'm going to do is the great, the good, and the bad. So, let's jump right in and talk about the great. So, Embarkation. Embarkation was so smooth. Went through security, went and sat down, and what they do in Miami with the Vista and with the Glory is that it's very simple. You don't get your sailing sign card inside the terminal. You'll get it at your cabin. What that does is that saves you some time from having to go up to the counter. Now, you do have to make sure you do your online check-in prior to that day, but as long as you do that, you'll be able to go right on board pretty quickly. I did Faster to the Fun, and that was awesome. You get priority embarkation, priority debarkation, priority guest services, so you have your own line there. You get priority tender, and your luggage arrives early, and your cabin is ready early. So general clearance for cabins is 1:30. I was in my cabin at 11:30, so that is really awesome. It just makes things so much nicer. You can go, drop your bag, and you can really enjoy it. Now, it is hard to get, but I tell you, that was one of the great things, something I really, really enjoyed. The cruise director, Dustin, he was incredible. He just did such a great job. Him and his entertainment staff, they really kept people engaged. It really had some great events. From just the trivia to the big parties that they had, like the 80s trivia party. They had the 80s glow party. A bunch of different, the deck party, and then the adult party afterwards at Serenity. I mean, they just did a great job. DJ Tropic was the DJ on there, and he played some really great music, stuff that I would enjoy, so it made it a lot of fun. So I really think that was a big part of the enjoyment of the cruise. Guy's Burgers. I love Guy's Burgers. I mean, this is Guy Fieri. He has his own burger joint on Carnival. The majority of the ships have it now. And it is just absolutely incredible. There's something about those burgers that's just so good. It might be the donkey sauce. But, the fries are really good. They'll have a lot of flavor to them. They're always fresh and always crispy. So, you're not going to get stuff that's under a heat lamp. You're going to get fresh food, and it's really good. So, definitely something you want to do when you do get on board. On the entertainment side, one of the really great things that I really enjoyed, I did this on the Liberty back in June, but I also did this on the Glory, and it was at the Hasbro Game Show. So they take board games, and they blow them up and put them on stage. So they had Connect 4 with the basketballs. They did like a Simon Says, I can't remember the name of it, but like a Simon Says game with people with these boxes on them. So that was a lot of fun. So what they do is they get people out of the audience. So they'll ask questions and kind of do trivia to try to get people to answer and get them on stage. So it's really a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch. Not sure if I would get up there and do it, but it's a lot of fun to do. The barbecue. This was on the list of great. On the Conquest class ships, in the back of the ship where the Lido buffet is, up above the Lido buffet is a barbecue place. Great barbecue. They've got pork and chicken and ribs, and they have all the sides, mac and cheese and potato salad and coleslaw, and it's really, really good. And the really great part about it is, on Embarkation Day, people don't know about it. And even later in the cruise, a lot of people didn't know it existed. So, you know, it's kind of hidden away. So you get up there and there's hardly anybody up there. So it's really a lot of fun. Then, I'm going to talk a little about the service. The service was top notch. One of the things that I noticed that, you know, if you were in an elevator with a crew member, they would ask you, how's your cruise going? Are you having a good time? And that doesn't happen very often with anywhere. And so I thought that was great. People cleaning the ship, they would always say hello to you. The dining room service was really good. Lido restaurant, the service, you know, they were always fast. The taste bar, the service was really good there. And let me talk about the taste bar. I love this place. This is so cool. So what they do is, it's on the promenade deck, and what they do is you go in, you go up to this bar, and they have it open certain days, and what they'll do is they'll have different things from different restaurants on the different ships. Like this one actually had La Cocina de Capitano, which is actually on the Magic, and I know it's going to be on the Vista. It's on the Vista. Some of the other ships, but it's not on the Glory, but they still had it. They also did the Steakhouse, and they have ones from different places. And they just give you a small little dish, and it's really good. And they'll make you as many as you want, really. So you could have dinner there if you wanted to. So it's a lot of fun to go and try some different things from different places. The two ports that I really loved, Cozumel and Grand Cayman. I love Cozumel and Grand Cayman anyway. I think they're great ports. Cozumel's probably the most popular cruise port, you know, out of all the Caribbean. Cozumel did Mr. Sancho's, and that was so cool. All-inclusive beach club. It's only $55 per person. You get in, you get drinks, you get food, all you want. You have tables on the beach, you have chairs on the beach. They have two pools that have swim-up bars. They're freshwater pools. It's just a really awesome place to go. And when you get off the ship, and I think it's Puerto Maya, right there, where you get off the ship, there's all kinds of shops. So you can pick up all your, you know, gifts and all that stuff. I'm always big about bringing back souvenirs. Got to bring back a magnet. Got to bring back, you know, a glass. That's just what I do. So you can pick all that stuff up when you get there. Grand Cayman, swam with the stingrays. Hands down, one of the best experiences I've ever had. I had never done anything like that, so that was really a great experience. They take you out to this sandbar where the fishermen used to clean their fish there. So now the stingrays would show up and they would eat the remnants. Well, you know, they hear a motorboat, they show up. So you go out there with all these people and you get into the water and there's stingrays everywhere and they're enormous and it's really just quite a cool experience. I know some people will do the swim with the sharks. I'm not going to do that, but I did swim with the stingrays, and I'm probably going to do it again when I go back. So those are the great things I really enjoyed. Some of the good things. Belize. You know, Belize would be a really cool place. I really want to try out Belize. But I didn't do an excursion there, and that was my mistake. When you do have to tender pretty far out, but it is a beautiful ride from the ship into the pier. The water is clear. They have actually one of the biggest barrier reefs in the world, so that's why you have to go out so far. But when you get in, there's really just nothing there but a shopping area. But the shopping area is really good. It's really good shops and all kinds of gifts and stuff you can get. But if you want to do something fun, you need to do an excursion. Mahogany Bay. That was the weather. The weather was not good. It rained. So we didn't get a chance to go to the beach. But such a beautiful, beautiful place. You pull in, it's the mountains, and it's just such a really cool place. It was actually built by Carnival as their port in Isla Raton, Honduras. So it's well maintained, and they dock there. You don't have to tender. So it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool place. My plan was some other people that I had met on the ship. We were going to go to the beach, and we just didn't get a chance to do that because of the weather. But I really enjoyed walking around and seeing some of the shops, and getting a little bit of the culture. So it was really interesting. The Another thing that was really cool was Clue. Okay, what they do is they have Clue on board some of the ships. So what they do, I think it's the first sea day, I think it was. You go and you sit, you watch a really good show. They throw out the story, all the different characters and who killed who, who got killed and who was involved and who could it be and all of that. And it's really, really a lot of fun. And then what they do is they give you clues throughout the cruise, but there's certain places you have to go at certain times. So it is one of those things you kind of have to keep up with if you want to play the game. But it's a lot of fun if you can do that. Another good thing was the dining room food. I tried a couple things I hadn't tried before. I tried sea bass. I also tried Vietnamese rolls. These things were really good. But I really liked it, but I don't have a palate that's really extensive. I'm not looking for the fancy food. So I think it's really good. The lobster was outstanding. They do the lobster on longer than 5 nights, so 6 night longer cruises, and it was really, really good. So I really enjoyed that. So let me jump into a little bit of the bad. Like I said, there wasn't really anything that was horrible. There was just a few things that were bad. Probably the worst thing was, well, I shouldn't say the worst thing. The weather was not great part of the cruise. Like I said, Mahogany Bay, the weather wasn't great. Belize, the weather wasn't great. It was incredible in Grand Cayman and Cozumel. But those two ports, it wasn't great. And there were a few days where it was very cloudy, part of the time, and a little bit of rain. But the majority of it was really good. But one of the things that I did not like was the piano bar. I've been to piano bars before, and I've done them on the ship before, and they can be a lot of fun, but you have to have the person behind the piano has to be really good. But one of the things, the problem was this: he was very vulgar. I'm just one of those people where I'll go to the adult show, not the adult show, but the family show for the comedians, because I think if you can be funny without being vulgar, then you're actually funny. This guy, he took songs and all he did was throw in F-bombs, and that was it. He really had no talent whatsoever, and I thought it was really it was awful. So I ended up going to the entertainment director the next day, spoke with him. He was very accommodating. He apologized, said he would speak with him and make sure. It is after a certain time that they can, be more adult, but this guy went too far, and so it's definitely something that they want to take a look at, and it was something that kind of really turned me off from it. The only other thing that was kind of bad, and it's one of those things maybe I don't remember ever having it, and it was noise in the cabin. So I was pretty far forward. It was actually a couple cabins from all the way forward on that deck, and on deck 6 or 7, I think it was. So the problem was that the hull would hit the waves. It was making this banging sound, and it was really loud. It was really kind of surprising, and I found out from some people wearing the stripes on their shoulders that that's what that noise was. I thought maybe a balcony door had been open or something like that. But that is a funny story, because that did actually happen. I was walking down the hallway coming back to my cabin, and I hear this noise coming from the cabin next to me, and it's just this wind tunnel. And it turned out that the people had left their cabin and they didn't close their balcony door all the way, and it was swinging open, and the wind was just pouring through there, and it was very windy that night. So it was quite interesting. I'd never seen that before. So fortunately, somebody came to the cabin, they closed the door, and that was that. So that was pretty much it as far as the bad. Like I said, the Carnival Glory is such an awesome ship. I love the Conquest class ships. It has such a, the layout is really awesome. You have your promenade deck, where all your your bars are. You have the alchemy bar, which really goes into the great section. You have your casino. You have a few shops, things like that. So it's really kind of set up the right way. So I like the Conquest class. One of the things I really like about these newer ships too, and it's really kind of the Spirit class and up, is when they added the pools to the back of the ship. They have the Tides pool in the back, and I love that because it's adults only. You can go back there, you don't have to worry about the kids, and you can just relax. The Serenity Area. Having the Serenity Area, those are towards the front of the ship. The only thing I don't like about that is a little windy up there, but it's still nice. If you can get one of the hammocks or something like that, it's really pretty nice. So I thoroughly like the Glory. I don't like going out of Miami. I like sailing out of Miami. I just don't like driving to Miami, but driving in Miami. The sailing out of Miami is really kind of cool, and it's very quick. It really doesn't take a long time like it does, say, out of Tampa, where it takes I think an hour and a half, maybe longer than that, to get out to the ocean. So it's really kind of cool. So that's the Glory. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I loved it. Cannot wait to go on my next one. The next one will be the Vista, and let's see. 98 days. So, hold on. 98 days. So, 98 days. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get that started, and we'll do the Vista. And then in the end of August, hopefully, knock on wood, we don't have any deals with hurricanes, is the Harmony of the Seas on Royal Caribbean. That I'm really looking forward to, but I cannot wait to get on the Vista. It's going to be so much fun. The Vista is right now the newest ship in the Carnival fleet. It is, they really expanded out with this ship. They changed the layout of it, of their ships with this design. Joe Farkas, who was originally the original designer of all the Carnival ships, he's kind of moved on, and they've got a new designer, so they've kind of changed their look. It's more resort style. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it, to being on the ship. There's tons of outdoor seating area, which is good, which is great because I love being outdoors when I'm on the ship. You can eat. There's several restaurants that you can sit outside and eat, and that's a big thing with this ship. It being called Vista, the idea is the view. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will be bringing you guys with me. I will be doing a full vlog on that from day one all the way through. It'll be a 6-night visiting Cozumel, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios. So cannot wait. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the rest of my videos, and you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend or rest of your week. Have a good day. Bye.